in the last episode of Two 60-year-olds Going Crazy, we bought a small piece of land in Bot River and showed it to you. And then we said the next steps were to put something on there to live.
The build.
Yeah. And today we just came back from viewing a little modular house right here in Cape Town that we were completely blown away, hey?
Yeah, it was amazing. So they had two options there. A modular unit, it's like a modular build that they drop off on your land. And then they had a fold-up house, which apparently comes in like lots of thin little boxes, and then they just unfold the thing.
It sounded to me like, you know, those IKEA flat packs. It sounded like that, and they just folded up. But either way, I mean, it was really amazing for the price.
Yeah. So the modular unit is a bachelor unit, and it goes for 90,000 Rand ex VAT, which is 15% in our country, and ex delivery. And the fold out house thing that we looked at was 36 square meters. And that was, with all the bits and pieces added in, 310,000 ex VAT.
And then you also get a deck and a pitched roof, which is great because we're definitely going to put solar panels in there.
And also collect rainwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on going into both of them, the bigger one is very cute. It's like a real little house, bedrooms,
everything.
Bathroom.
It's all there.
But it felt a little bit squishy or something for us. So then the lady who was showing them to us, she suggested that we take two of the smaller ones and put them together, which would make 24 square meters, and then leave it open plan. Originally, we were thinking this would just be a temporary build, but now I'm thinking it can definitely be the long-term thing because they offer a lifetime warranty on this, which is amazing because recently we had some weather here that was a little bit out there. The Cape is known for its hectic winds.
And we had like trees were blown over, roofs were blown off. It was so hectic.
Yeah.
And their little modular unit wasn't touched at all.
Yeah, it was just solid. So now we're thinking maybe that is the route to go. We are feeling quite confident about this, and it's super quick as well. They drop it off on your property, and it can be up between 1 and 5 days, depending on the size and whether you go for modular or the fold up. The only thing we have to do first is prepare the land and put a slab of concrete down, like a kind of a foundation.
Yeah, so our idea is to keep it as plain as possible. So we're just going to maybe join the two bachelor units. And then they come with a bathroom and a very small kitchen. But what we want them to do is we want to put a wood burning stove in there. So we want them to put in a chimney, which they said they can do. And then also, I don't know if we mentioned this in our last video, but we don't want the traditional sewerage setup that's available to us in Bot River.
Yeah, no, we didn't talk about that
didn't we?
No,
okay.
Yeah, we want to be off grid as much as possible. So we're going to sign up onto the municipality's water and electricity. But in our part of the area where we've bought, it's an up and coming area. So part of it is on a proper, like your normal sewage.
The flush toilets.
Yeah, where we are, it's still on the septic tank system, and just no.
No.
Okay, like just no.
No.
It would be a mess. And this morning we were actually researching, and a compost toilet is really, really doable and a lot less risky in our minds than putting in a septic tank.
Also environmentally friendly. Like
Yeah.
the YouTube channel that we watched, he was talking about closing the nutrition loop. So nothing leaves the property, you know. So you can use it. He used chicken compost. His chickens and him work together to make compost, and he uses that on his vegetable beds. And then he uses the other from the toilet. He uses that compost on the perimeter of his property for the hedges and everything out there.
Yeah.
So I thought that was such a brilliant idea. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, exactly. So
and he made his own. He showed us. He made his own toilet.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, with a bucket.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I think we probably, in terms of due diligence, maybe we do have to go and look at a container home, but we know from what the research that it is really expensive. And the new tech builds, what's putting us off there is for like the builders who have like 5 stars on Google, they're going to be super expensive. And the mom and pop things, I don't know, like we don't live close to there. So how are we going to manage a build like that? It's tricky. So this is where we are at right now.
Yeah. So big excitement in the family. Obviously, more conferences need to be held, more discussions, more votes.
And we'll obviously show you what it looks like, and then you can weigh in as well, which will be cool. So, are we more excited or less excited than when we first heard about this and arrived to have a look?
More!
Yeah, we are definitely on the more excited front, so probably going to have to do some pros and cons and find out more details. And especially the bylaw situation here, we do need to research that, because in the last video we told you the rule is 40 squares for a minimum, but then we since heard from someone else that maybe it's 30, which is smaller and more doable and super helpful from a finance point of view. But we'll find that out.
But I mean, if we do the 30, the 2 single units aren't enough, so we'll have to put a garage in anyway.
Yeah, well, then Rainy gets a house.
Yes, she needs one.
Yeah.
She's got one now. I mean, it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fair. Okay, so
that's it.
That's where we're at for now. Full steam ahead on our adventures so far. So, as always, there's a lot more information in the newsletter, there's a link in the description. And other than that,
we shall see you next week.
Bye!
To use
the poop compost.
Horn. And remember that. You're so naughty.
Yeah,
Stop
which would...
Just wanted them to go past.
Just wanted them to go past.
Did you hear them? Stop talking. And action.
Until next week.
Bye.
We didn't say anything about the newsletter.
Yeah.